An addiction is an urge to do something that is hard to control or stop. The clinical definition of addiction is defined as a chronic relapsing disorder characterized by compulsive drug seeking, continued use despite harmful consequences, and the long-lasting changes to the brain. It is considered both to be a complex brain disorder and a mental illness. Addiction is a chronic disease that results from misuse of drugs, prescription medication, and alcohol. The term addiction does not only refer to dependence on substances such as heroin or cocaine. A person who cannot stop taking a particular drug or chemical has a substance dependence. While a person experiences addiction, they cannot control how they use a substance or partake in an activity, and they become dependent on it to cope with daily life. Some addictions also involve an inability to stop partaking in activities such as gambling, eating, or working. In these circumstances, a person has a behavioral addiction. So just remember, two different addictions. There are also severe other forms of addictions, which include gambling, anger, caffeine, technology. Some of the others are sex and work. So most people start using a drug or first engage in an activity voluntarily. However, addiction can take over and reduce our total self-control, so we lose everything. So let's look at addiction versus misuse. So not everybody that misuses a substance has an addiction. Drug addiction and drug misuse are different. Misuse refers to the incorrect, excessive use of body and mind altering substances. However, not everybody that misuses a substance has an addiction. Addiction is a long-term inability to moderate or to stop using. For example, a person who drinks alcohol heavily on a night out may experience both the euphoric and harmful effects of the substance. However, this does not qualify as an addiction until the person feels the need to consume alcohol regularly, especially on their own, and when drinking takes place at times that are not usually associated with the practice. For example, first thing in the morning. A person who has not yet developed an addiction may stop using because of the harmful side effects of substance abuse. So for example, you wake up in the morning with a hangover, dehydrated, and you are feeling ill after drinking too much alcohol. This may stop people from drinking excessively in the future. Someone with an addiction will continue to misuse the substance in spite of the harmful side effects. So now we know what addiction is all about. We know what to look for. We have a little bit of understanding whether we may be misusing or we might have an addiction. It is incumbent on us, on our families, to make sure that when there is an addiction, that we try and sort it out. Help is being offered. But we can offer the help unless you take the steps to reach out and make sure that you get help. Nothing will happen. So we're asking for you to reach out. That's all it requires.